want to explore it, nothing too serious. Forget the world for a minute, before we know it, the future's the past. Seize the moment while we're in it, hold on to each other as long as it lasts. I don't care about forever, 'cause sometimes forever is over so fast. Hush, hush, baby, come on, here with me, I want for you to go. No need to worry, there is no hurry to stay, we'll take it slow.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm joined by the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the Jet, Kenny Smith.
Tonight, we'll be watching the Milwaukee Bucks playing against the Denver Nuggets. For the Nuggets, a strong stretch of play for this team, winning 6 of their last 7. They're playing at a high level, no lack of confidence going into tonight's game. We'll be checking out Eric Bledsoe in this one. Bledsoe, undersized even for a point guard, but despite that, gets to the rim a lot, can attack a defense. How's he do it, Shaq?
Well, Ernie, he's stronger than any other point guard in the league. And he protects the ball with his body as he attacks, like Nick Van Exel used to do.
Oh, really? Yeah. Good call.
Strongest point guard?
I would say so. He gets his body into the defender, and he is a tough guy to move defensively. Yeah, I would say toughest and strongest.
And now let's send it down to Kevin Harlan, also tough and strong, for the tip.
Let's begin this team's game, Denver Nuggets. At power forward, Wilson. At the other forward position, Will Barton. At point guard, Jamal Murray. At the other guard position, Derek Harris. At center, Nikola Jokic. The head coach of the visiting team is Mike Malone.
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. The Denver Nuggets came away with the win, their last meeting this season against Milwaukee.
And always tough on the road, but that attack mindset that they brought offensively, I really felt like that set them apart.
Yeah, sometimes when you're pushing the action, you can see some great teamwork, and then all of a sudden the individuals on your team can take over. All of that here tonight.
So the Nuggets win the tip. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So on the floor for Denver, Murray and Harris in the backcourt. Jokic is out there with Wilson Chandler, and it's Barton in at the small forward position. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Chandler sends it back, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Chandler. And the wide open shot from Bledsoe. Two teams tonight that love to get out and run. Brent, talk about some of the keys to being effective in the transition game.
Well, one part about transition, Kevin, is the first couple steps that anybody takes to get out on the break. I mean, there is a skill to running hard in transition, and then secondarily getting wide in the lane. So many coaches are yelling at their players about creating space by getting to the sidelines as quickly as possible. Those two things can make you pretty dynamic in the open floor.
Now here's Middleton following the missed shot by Will Barton. Middleton dishes to Bledsoe. Over Murray. Snell kicks to Antetokounmpo. Middleton outside. From deep. The rebound by Wilson Chandler. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And Barton throws it down.
Will Barton actually showing signs of strength, willing to take those shots, even though the defense is all over him.
For the Milwaukee Bucks, they come in off the loss to Denver.
And unfortunately for them, they just ran into a hot shooting team and really had no answers.
This is what happens when you take nothing away defensively. Just too inactive in this game on that end of the floor.
And one of the things about Will Barton's game that to me makes him such a force is how unpredictable he can be. He plays at times almost like a man out of control, and it really does work to his advantage as he is a difficult guy to deal with in those one-on-one situations.
Shooting 2.
No good on the free throw. And to back up the point with Barton and his chaotic play style, he knows exactly what he's about. Famously saying, Greg, I'm so creative most of the time, I don't know what I'm going to do.
And, you know, that might sound glib, but it is just how Barton plays. I mean, a fantastic competitor who just does what it takes to win. He gives you a little bit of everything out on the floor.
Will Barton, known as the People's Champ, is a fantastic scorer on the wing. Fearless with the shots he takes, Brent, and very aggressive when he gets the ball in his hands.
Well, that's what you love most about Will Barton is his ability to attack a defender off the wing and play with speed and reckless abandon. It's him trying to find a more complete game and also maybe, Kevin, trying to find a little bit more control around what he does offensively.
Here's Middleton. Gary Harris making his last shot. Buries it from three-point range.
Man, Antetokounmpo just distributing the ball so quickly and finding that open man with ease.
That's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And to me, this is why they're winning, guys. Unlikely players stepping up huge against a defense that's really nowhere to be found.
Now here's Barton. Following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo. Jokic on the follow.
and you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Henson with the screen. A shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist.
It's pretty difficult to defend Antetokounmpo in those situations because he's pretty skilled at trying to get to that shot.
The shot's good from Nikola Jokic.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Bledsoe kicks to Middleton. They double him with Barton. Here's Henson, and he makes good on the layup. Henson's got his first basket of the night.
Well, Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
Yeah, you can credit the play calling. Nothing really fancy, just imposing their will on the inside.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Brent, you don't think of the Nuggets as being a especially good outside shooting team.
Well, I think for them, Kevin, a lot of the guys who they are hoping can shoot the ball develop into more consistent shooters. Jamal Murray is talked about with the Denver Nuggets as having one of the more sweeter shooting strokes, and Gary Harris continues to work on it. So making a conscious effort to improve not just the shots and the makes, but maybe the shot selection of this young ball club.
Brent, if your team won't be competing for a championship, talk about the balance between giving your first-round picks or young players the playing time they need to develop against making them earn their minutes. That's a very fragile movement back and forth.
I agree, Kevin. Such a tight rope to walk because you don't want to upset veterans on your team who still want to go out and compete on a nightly basis. And you also want to make sure that your rookies just aren't opening the door for them to go out and do whatever it is they want to do on the floor because of your team's situation. So I think that's where the communication between the coach and the staff and how it is that the player is developing, you just don't dole out the minutes for that player's progression.
Chance now to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Antetokounmpo.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Yeah, just misjudged the layup. Defense has to be better. Very fortunate there.
Bledsoe with it. Out guarded by Murray. And here comes Harris, leading the fast break. Oh!
Yikes!
Wow.
The hands are quicker than the eyes. Gary Harris had him there. Quick instincts on the defensive end.
That Unleash Chaos Under Armour replay really giving us a good look at the action. Here's Snell. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
Oh, a good open look, and he sprays it home from three.
And the basket by Harris.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Bledsoe passes to Antetokounmpo. Snell, no good.
Well, the defense better look up and say thanks. Leaving guys that wide open is not a recipe for success.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
And already the lead is significant. Excellent play on both ends.
Bucks trail by 13. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Yeah, the Bucks head coach and I were able to talk. He said in the first meeting between these teams, his guys weren't as sharp as they needed to be offensively. And he thinks that cost them the game. He told me, if we take care of the basketball and execute in half court like I know we're capable of, it puts us in a good position to win tonight. Well, we'll see if that holds true tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
As always, DA, appreciate the good work. So, guys, they want to see their shooting percentage high up there immediately.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you're just hoping a few guys get hot. It means a commitment to finding good shots.
Well, they're very driven offensively as a team, so you don't have to worry about guys getting too lazy out there. They're just going to keep working and finding those open opportunities.
And he knocks down the first one. And a big story for the Bucks team is that they are slated to play their last season here at the BMO Harris Bradley Center. And then starting in 2018, They'll be playing next door at what should be a beautiful complex.
Yeah, and it was part of the plan to keep the Bucks happy and playing here in Milwaukee. Goal is to have the venue act as a new centerpiece for the downtown district, and it seems like a fantastic place to build a state-of-the-art NBA arena.
Now, here's Jokic. Playing Milwaukee, he was nearly unstoppable. Antetokounmpo kicks to Henson, and John Henson with the slam.
They don't want John Henson getting in that close. Feels like he could just reach up while he's on the ground and still get that done.
And the shot goes down.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And here's Bledsoe. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Denver.
The defensive mindset tonight was huge. He was a real pest coming up with all those steals and had great activity.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
The Nuggets leading by 13. Here's Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
Big man powering to the rack. Doesn't happen much in the league anymore, but Jokic is showing us why it's still effective.
Antetokounmpo against Chandler. Fader on the way, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, his struggles are consuming the rest of the team here tonight. He's got to find his rhythm and find it fast.
And last season, how about the jump to true stardom that Jokic was able to make? There was a stretch where every game he just looked more and more incredible. Truly gave this team, I think, a franchise player in the blink of an eye.
Shooting two.
And he makes the first. And for so many fans, Greg, of Jokic, it wasn't a surprise to see his play blossom last season.
Yeah, and boy, did he. Jokic is so skilled for a big man, having played point guard growing up, still very young and looks to be a star for a long time.
Good on both.
I think what I appreciate about Jokic is the hard work that he continues to put in. Not only what he wants to do, but what his brothers want him to do. And that's not waste this opportunity to become the best player he can be.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Barton, no luck. Bucks trail by 15. Middleton with it, now guarded by Murray. From 11 feet away, will not go. This is off the front iron.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter. How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Well, Brent, there are a lot of great passers in the NBA at that starting center position. Seems like it's something that is more and more valued these days, but the best of the bunch might be Jokic. Some people feel great passer in vision.
Yeah, incredible the way that the offense last year transitioned around such a young and relatively unproven player at that position. But he can pass over the top. When he gets it on the block, he'll play at the top of the key. And I love how the guys around him are encouraged to cut when he has the basketball.
And one thing they'll discuss are the defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
Brown is checked in for Tony Snell. And a switcher also for Denver. Trey Lyles checked in for Barton. Bledsoe with him. Now guarded by Murray. Henson with the screen. Off the pick. Second chance shot, and he sinks the layup. Henson's got 8.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start?
Shot's good by Lyles.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Bledsoe. Henson with the screen. Here's Antetokounmpo. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
With that now, only 2 of 7 to start the game. Not the start he was hoping for.
Another remarkable thing to me about Giannis is the way that he's improved so quickly and solidified the fundamental part of the game. Giannis didn't grow up playing basketball. We've heard that story before, but jumping from the Greek second division to the NBA, what a gigantic difference of competition, and he's risen to the level.
One shot, behind the lanes.
That's good from Antetokounmpo. And with Giannis's background is really something incredible. Very modest beginnings. But Brett, he's put in a lot of work to make sure he's a basketball success.
There are some players, Kevin, who just understand what it takes to be in the NBA, and Giannis is one of them. But what he's done, Kevin, is he's realized his potential. He sees what's out there, and he wants to maximize it all. And every year he's taking a leap, and those leaps seem to be bounds.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive. This is a guy whose mindset just never changes. Even when they're losing, he's always going to be aggressive.
Chandler, the pass to Jokic. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Henson with the screen. Off the pick. And John Henson with the slam.
And not only does he get all the way to the rim in traffic, but how about he goes to the reverse?
You got to be kidding me. That was awesome. Bledsoe outside. He dishes it to Antetokounmpo. It's deflected. Jokic with the steal. Chandler kicks to Lyles. No good that time. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Brown with it, picked up by Harris. And Bledsoe has it in the corner. No good with the triple. The Nuggets leading by 16. Releases from 15. Harris misses.
Yeah, the defense cannot afford to be that lazy. You got to be up on the shooters at all times, especially at the mid-range. This guy is so tough to guard. He feels like he could take any challenge that the defense is going to throw at him.
To the inside, Lyles, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Lyles got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Now here's Bledsoe. Defense is right there. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And it's Harris off the drive. Bucket is good. Harris has got his first 2 points of the night.
Yeah, that's just straightforward basketball from Harris. Driving to the hoop with purpose and not letting anyone, or anything for that matter, slow him down.
Now here's Henson. 12 points for him. Kicks it to Brown. Pass to Kilpatrick. The screen from Brown. Three-pointer. He can't get it to go. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And we all know in a hostile environment, always tough, but they were the better team on that night.
And a very good all-around effort here, and that's what you need to win on the road.
Bucks trail by 18. Now Bledsoe. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And that one drops for him.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
The drive by Jokic. Here's Lyles, and he banks in the layup. Lyles got his third basket of the night right there.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Henson with the screen. Bledsoe kicks to Henson. Here's Parker, and the dunk by Parker.
Yeah, I love how Jabari gets to the rim and goes strong, that time up over the top.
Here's Lyles. Good, and Harris gets the assist. Lyles got 8.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Henson with the screen. To the paint. He just cannot miss. 8 up, 8 in. Flawless.
He has still not missed a shot. Where would they be today without him?
Pass to Lyles. Over Parker. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. 18 points for Jokic.
Yeah, got to feel good about the way you started this one, guys, as he is making almost everything out there and giving his team a good, solid boost.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Screen by Parker. They double-team Bledsoe. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Jump ball. You too.
Denver with the ball. Beasley left side. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And they're making sure on this one, even though it may not matter in the grand scheme, but the replay process is faster than ever. You know, why not?
And it looks like they got it right this time. No basket. The clock had expired while the ball was still in his hands.
Yeah, and even if they don't show it, I know the refs are proud of themselves after a replay proves them right. They're like, see, we had it right all along. So good call, fellas.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Nuggets lead by 18. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And for the Nuggets, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Yeah, it didn't take them long to get that transition game going.
Well, that's a quick way to build the lead. But, Greg, can they sustain this kind of effort all night long? We'll see.
So many great point guards in the league right now, guys, who can do much more than just facilitate. Brent, how has that position in your mind evolved over the years?
I think watching these point guards play, Kevin, and their ability to score the basketball has been remarkable. There have been guys throughout the history of the league that have been tremendous scorers at the point guard position, but now with the emphasis on three-point shooting and less about point guards' traditional role of setting up the rest of the team, that's why you're seeing such dynamic play from that position.
Parker and Maker, the lengthy big men pair. Then there's Bledsoe, then there's Brown, and it's Kilpatrick in at the 2 spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. The screen from Brown, Bledsoe with it. Devin Harris covering. They set the pick. And Parker, here we go. That's tipped.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And the basket by Harris.
And they've just been so comfortable at both ends of the floor. I mean, you'd almost think they're playing at home.
Well, the crowd got in here tonight and sat down, and that's where they stayed all night long, extremely poised, which has led to a monster lead.
Tyler Zeller's checked in for Milwaukee. Out to the right wing. Parker with a clean look. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got 5 assists in the game.
Nice to see Jabari Parker looking more and more comfortable behind the three-point line.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Zeller dishes to Parker. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Beautiful execution from him, building off a great first quarter, looking unstoppable here.
Fareed, no good. Bucks trail by 18. Parker outside. Poked loose. Fareed against Zeller. Fareed goes in. And that one drops for him. And the Nuggets lead by 20.
And really, there is no off switch for the Manimal. He is always looking for those kind of opportunities to drive inside like he did there.
Zeller against Fareed. Here's Kilpatrick. It's deflected. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Fareed's running. And Fareed throws it down.
And once again, Fareed getting it done on the drive. So dangerous even when he gets contact.
Milwaukee's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. And the Nuggets over the past few seasons have done a great job as an organization of collecting talent.
And with that steady approach, they've been able to develop a star with Jokic. The Nuggets took a very disciplined approach to building this team, and you can see the depth they enjoy, and it all starts with the job this front office has done.
Well, they've been turning that ball over way too much, and they really need to address this if they want to win this game. Huddle up, boys.
Different look for Milwaukee. Chris Middleton comes in for Parker, and Tony Snell subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Will Barton, he's checked in for Denver. Maker, no one around him. Off target with his 3.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And Harris gets it to go on the assist by Fareed. And it's 6 points for Devin Harris.
And it's about the tempo, guys. It favors them, and just look at that score.
Yeah, I'm a little bit exhausted here trying to keep up with these guys, and I'm just watching. Yeah, they always attempt to wear you out.
Picked by Zeller. The Nuggets another fast break chance right here.
Ooh!
Okay.
That's how you attack. Wow. Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Passes it to Kilpatrick. Will it go? It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Miles got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Beasley, and he lays it straight in. Beasley's got 6 in the quarter.
The tenacity, the attention to detail, it's why these guys are in complete control.
It seems like they've been at it on both ends tonight. Tremendous all-around play from them. Has them up quite a bit here.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Wiles. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
And offensively, they've done a great job here of staying in rhythm.
Well, they've been the better shooting team throughout the first half because of their patience and because of their shot selection.
Shot by Zeller, no good.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Well, it's like Thanksgiving out there, carving out space off the screen. Just couldn't complete the play.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Kilpatrick, guarded by Harris. And the foul on Will Barton. That's his first foul. Milwaukee making a switch here. Ante DeCubo's checked in. He's looking for Middleton and finds him. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Milwaukee's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Here's Kilpatrick. Here's Zeller. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Guys, he can get this shot anytime he wants.
You bet. With his height, not many defenders are going to challenge that mid-range jump shot.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there. He sunk that 3 in the first, but's yet to make another one.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Now, Brent, we're far enough into the season where certain rookies are starting to hit the wall. What can coaches do to stop that process or help them through that process of that rookie, that so-called rookie wall?
I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, Kevin, there's not much a coach can do for a player. And I'll tell you, I've seen it where years a player after 41 games is gassed, and certainly over the course of the past few years, I've seen plenty of rookies not be phased at all. So it just depends on the makeup of the guy and what he's been asked to do. I don't know that there's too much a coach can really get into the head of a player on, other than trying to keep him confident.
That's good from Harris for the Nuggets. Chandler comes in for Trey Lyles, and it's Gary Harris in for Beasley. And Harris drops them both.
I feel like the strength of this Milwaukee Buck team is in their wing play, a great collection of talent who can mix and match and play a bunch of positions, a lot of switchable defenders out there, and most of their scoring production comes from that wing position.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yeah, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
Kilpatrick passes to Zeller. Wants to get it to Antetokounmpo and does. And that one, good. And Brent with the Bucks, they are a team that can mix and match with all their options on the perimeter.
Well, the Bucks most night have an advantage, certainly on the wings, with Giannis out there and how versatile and awkward he is to play against. Jabari Parker and company, that's a lot of the scoring load from the wing position along with Middleton, and they score at an efficient rate. They'd like to get a little bit more shooting. That can make them devastating offensively. Well, they brought the double team to force the ball out of his hands, but failed to rotate off the pass.
And a hard finish there, guys.
Yeah, and only one hand needed for that one. Milwaukee has gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Dishes to Zeller. In the corner, Middleton with it. Kilpatrick passes to Antetokounmpo. It's tipped, and he's able to get it back. 5 to shoot. Drains it from beyond the arc. Snell's got 8.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Count that bucket.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Milwaukee's gone for the three-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. Harris against Antetokounmpo. Over Harris. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And look now at the various locations of the shots taken so far for Barton.
Well, they say the mid-range game is a dying art form, but after looking at this shot chart, they are injecting a ton of life into it. Whatever space is being offered up to them in the mid-range, they have accepted and have continually knocked down shots to make the defense pay.
So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they've played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. Here's Snell. Denver grabs the miss. Fareed's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's Chandler, and the layup falls. Chandler's got 8 points in the quarter.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Middleton. They double him with Barton. Here's Antetokounmpo. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. And that's 13 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, tough to deal with Giannis in there. If he extends with the basketball, nobody's touching that.
The execution on point. Just terrific timing on these passes.
I really like the idea that his teammates are waiting until he's in great spots to finish off the possessions. Everything's working.
Snell, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, Tony Snell getting a chance to play as a consistent starter last season. Again, a classic guy at the 2-guard spot where you want him to defend and hit some threes, and he made the most of his chance last year with the Milwaukee Bucks.
That's good from Snell. And for Snell, with his usage and minutes going up, he responded with better efficiency as a player.
He was much better from deep and from the floor overall last year, Kevin, settling into the role as the off guard for the Bucks, and he just looked much more comfortable shooting the 3.
Jokic has checked in for Denver. Jamal Murray comes in for Harris. That one misses. The Nuggets shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively.
Terrific work inside from Gary Harris. Not used to saying that. Does a fantastic job of backing down the defense and putting his will on his shoulders.
Hits it from 3-point range.
And when the D is this non-existent, it's pretty easy for shooters. Fishing with dynamite.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
That one good for 2.
Murray, not much fear there as he gets amongst the trees, looking in control down low.
Bledsoe kicks to Snell. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Harris. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Harris has got 4 points this quarter.
Really good job from Barton there to swing the ball over for the easy shot. Good vision on that play.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Brown. That one drops for him.
That's good passing down low. He's good at working the ball deep into the post.
Here's Jokic, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
The amount of production that Giannis gives you in all aspects of the game is probably the most head-scratching, astounding part of his play. Points, rebounds, assists, block shots, run the floor. What else do you need, Kevin?
Shooting 2.
Free throw, good. Jokic. Thinking about the all-around impact of Giannis Antetokounmpo last season, he would finish in the top 20 for points, the top 20 in rebounds, steals, and blocks. Brent came very close in assists as well.
I can't believe that. It would be the first time, Kevin, that any player would have done that if he had those assist numbers. I expect those numbers all to keep climbing and it becoming easier and easier. The next thing is about making the players around him better. What a talent.
We see it so often. A player will languish in one system, then flourish in another. Brent, during your 14-year career, which coach's system fit you the best, you think?
Well, I think my years in Seattle, we opened up the offense a little bit. I had the opportunity to play more of a point off guard. But I also enjoyed the structure of what Greg Popovich's system in San Antonio offered up as well. It's always interesting, Kevin, with players who are languishing on benches for other ball clubs, how general managers start to assess whether that guy can be part of something great if they were to bring him in. I had the opportunity to play for a lot of great coaches and thought that I mixed up my game enough to make it a long career.
Bledsoe outside. Over Murray. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
Bledsoe likes to get to the interior. That time, a good job getting near the bucket to score.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Milwaukee gets called for the foul. For Denver, they have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
And on the season, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Murray.
Man, what a luxury if Murray can play both guard positions. A perfect blend of shrewd passing and some fearless shooting.
And so Murray nails both of them.
Get the feeling that Milwaukee hit the jackpot with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Rare to get a superstar as elite as that in the draft, but they found him. He's the biggest superstar that this team has had probably since Michael Redd or Ray Allen.
Brown the pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Brown. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Jokic, no good. And Brent for the Bucks. The team knows they need to build around Giannis Antetokounmpo as he is a once-in-a-lifetime talent.
Well, the front office does have an idea of just how good Giannis is right now, but what he can be, and it'll be interesting how they decide to construct the roster. A lot of these guys are versatile and very, very long, and so that's problematic for the teams that are going to play against. The development has to come from within. This team could make a long playoff run if it does.
There's Parker with the 3. They get it back. No good. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Chandler. And he gets it to go. Chandler's got 18 points.
Well, that's just sweet passing there for Murray, keeping his eyes open and finding the open man.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. The Nuggets on top, running away with it. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Here with Coach Mike Malone. How has ball movement opened up things for you offensively?
Every game we have where we get into a one-on-one game, over-dribbling, not passing, we become very easy to guard. The good thing about tonight is the ball is moving. We're trying to make plays for each other. When we move the ball, we get high percentage shots, which is all we can ask for.
Thanks very much for your time, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. This big mountain of a man is Shaquille O'Neal, and this hill of a man is Kenny the Jet Smith. Some incredible work in this one by Nikola Jokic. He ended up with 22 points, 10 rebounds, and also 3 steals. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nuggets' first half?
I love how they opened the game up. They pushed the ball up court at every opportunity, and they put the defense on their heels. But it wasn't just a track meet. It was a well-thought-out strategy that the coaches had way beforehand. We'll see what adjustments get made to try to stop their transition game in the second half.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Milwaukee.
The first thing to say is, what's up with the turnovers? Jeez. You can live with some missed shots and stuff like that, but you can't keep turning the ball over. It's crushing for a team. It just saps all your confidence when you play a half like that, Ernie. Ugh.
So that'll do it for now as we send you courtside with Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K crew for the start of the second half.
We're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
And how about that? Already through 2 quarters and some change, he's got a double-double.
Well, it's an impressive performance thus far, but it goes beyond just his ability. Right now, he's just simply outworking the opponent.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. The Bucks shooting at 46%, making some buckets. So on the floor for Denver, Harris and Barton are the perimeter. Wilson Chandler out there with Jokic, and it's Murray in at the point.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Good D by Bledsoe.
Like the tactics on defense there, refusing to give the shooter the easy layup at the rim.
A quick shot there, and it's off target. Harris, right side. The putback misses the follow-up.
And they just cannot seem to get it going so far in this half, missing their first 3 shots.
He hangs in there and cashes in on their second chance points.
That's Giannis just fighting right there on the glass and using some of his size to carve out enough space.
Lets it fly from 18. Jokic, no good.
They got to be more active on offense and maybe a little bit more aggressive going to the rim. 0 of 4, not impressive thus far. Coaching staff high-fiving themselves there, watching that team move the ball around, doing whatever is best for the team.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
The Bucks have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Here's Antetokounmpo. Chandler with the rebound. Chandler's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
This just doesn't seem to be his night, or his team's for that matter either. And they got to pull it together here quick, or it's going to be lights out.
Milwaukee has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And they double up Antetokounmpo. They set the screen. Snell kicks to Henson. He used that pick to get in close.
One shot.
And a look at John Henson, the Tar Heel product, very measured in his play. Never does much to hurt you when he's out on the floor.
John Henson's out there for 2 reasons. Rebound the basketball and be a rim protector. He uses those incredibly long arms to bother shooters, and as long as the perimeter defense is shuffling guys towards John Henson's way, he can have a huge effect on the ball game for the minutes he's in.
The free throw off from Henson.
Whether as a starter or a defensive asset off the bench, Henson's willing to play whatever role the team needs him to. Well, not a mismatch until you exploit it. That's exactly what he did there from the mid-range.
They double-team Bledsoe. For 3, Middleton. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got his 7th assist in the game. Barton against Antetokounmpo. Second shot opportunity. Jokic, no good. For Milwaukee, they've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Feeds it to Henson. To the wing right side. Trying his luck deep. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operator.
Knocked loose. Jokic with the steal. From 11 feet away. And Henson pulls it down. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Bledsoe outside. Snell dishes to Bledsoe. Wants to get it to Antetokounmpo and does. Here's Henson. That shot is off. And it's Denver the other way. They host the Spurs after this one. Start a 3-game homestand with that game.
Great for this offense to get Jokic involved in terms of scoring. We know he can pass, but right now, dropping some J's.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Henson. Here's Middleton. And again, the Bucks miss. Smooth sailing for Denver. There's the steal. Here's Snell, guarded by Harris. Poked away. Here's Henson. No good from 11 feet. Denver shooting right around 42% from the field since the start of the second half. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
2 shots, gentlemen.
It goes on Eric Bledsoe. We've heard the rumors, Brent, the death of the big man, but with guys like Towns and Porzingis and others entering the league that can play on the perimeter and still have that length to make a difference inside, could we see a big man renaissance, or at least maybe see him have more of an impact than people are giving him credit for right now?
Well, I think what we're seeing is the evolution of the 5 spot, Kevin. So it's not that the big man is lost. It's that the big man's doing a lot of the things that the little man used to be asked to do, and that is shooting threes, handle the ball, make some decisions at the top of the key, be a playmaker. It's fascinating to watch guys with this sort of size and this sort of skill, and also being this young, having such a tremendous impact for the organizations they're playing for.
Thon Maker's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Trey Lyles checked in for Denver. Malik Beasley comes in for Harris. Chandler hits them both. The Bucks shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. Bledsoe passes to Maker. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
There's tremendous balance with this Nugget basketball team, especially on the offensive end. You can have a lot of players in their rotation carrying the scoring load and a lot of different playmakers that are out there on their roster.
Two shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Brent, as you said, the Nuggets have a balanced roster, and from that, a balanced scoring attack.
Well, a lot of the guys on this Nuggets roster can score some points, so having players at every position who can get you a bucket, that can lead to some great offensive success.
Tyler Zeller's checked in for the Bucks. And Denver also making a switch. Kenneth Faried, he's checked in for Wilson Chandler.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Stolen by Faried. Here's Lyles. He's got 12, and the shot goes down. Lyles got 14.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Bledsoe dishes to Zeller. Here's Maker, and the dunk by Maker.
All keyed right there from the lead pass, right on the money.
Lyles inside. Lays it up off the glass. 16 points for him.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Here's Maker. Yep, that one goes.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
The Nuggets have gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime, shooting 8 of 15.
Look out below, the Manimal uncaged and no prisoners taken.
The Bucks have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. The dish to Maker. No good on the 3. Here's the Nuggets with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. And Barton throws it down.
Oh, yeah, sure, Will Barton, you could have laid that one in, but why? People pay tickets to see that kind of stuff.
Snell kicks to Bledsoe. Misses the 3.
That's like milk on a hot day, just a bad decision. Absolutely no reason for him to be taking those shots.
Barton, no luck. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting reasonably well, 45%. Snell from outside. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got his 8th assist here tonight.
Good awareness from EB there. He knows that's his job. Get the ball to the open guys as the point guard.
Faried, and it's put back in by Faried.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Now here's Bledsoe. He has been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. Shots good by Middleton. Well, something you never like to see, but guys, he definitely looks hurt.
And this would be a terrible blow. Hopefully it's less serious than it looks.
Well, looking at his face right there, you can tell he's in a lot of pain, and there's a lot of trepidation right now on that team's sideline.
A different look for Milwaukee. Jabari Parker's checked in for Chris Middleton, and it's Brown in for Tony Snell. Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation.
Yeah, but just the second turnover of the game. I mean, overall, pretty meticulous offensively.
There's a screen. Bledsoe passes to Parker. Poke loose. Here's Lyles, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Well, terrific anticipation using the hands. How are you not protecting the basketball in that situation?
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be. This is where you got to put a body on the guy. His will is incredible down on the interior, fighting and clawing for every rebound.
Brown outside. They double-team Bledsoe. Brown dishes to Parker. And count it, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Man, that's great signs. Take the contact, keep your focus, and still get the score. Well, after the knee injury that Parker suffered as a rookie, you just really hoped all that explosiveness would come back. It did in a big way. Unfortunately, had another tear of the ACL, which started the process over again. But given his track record, I think he'll be back to form.
One shot.
That's good from Parker. And with Parker, that ability to cover so much distance so quickly is what makes him a tough assignment as a defender. Brett, you know, you hope the explosiveness can return after his latest setback.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He worked very hard to get it back just last season. And I expect him to do the same. And he just kept getting stronger as the season went on. That combination of Parker and Giannis on the wing started making people look at the Bucks in a little bit different light. And when Jabari's at full strength, boy, can he be explosive.
Yeah, I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so. And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. He feeds it to Maker. The Bucks working the ball around. And the basket by Kilpatrick.
That's a good read by Jabari, a solid passer. He knew he could reward a teammate that time.
And the call will be against Thon Maker. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Milwaukee on D. Here's Murray. The putback. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Well, you have got to box out the Manimal on the glass. If not, he'll eat you alive like he did there with the offensive rebound and putback.
Bledsoe with it. They double-team Bledsoe. Brown outside. Bledsoe kicks to Maker. It's hauled in by Lyles. Lyles got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Craig, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And that's what you want in transition, a high percentage opportunity.
The story is true, and here the defense does a very poor job of matching up.
Deflects the pass. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for Milwaukee.
And you can see how important those inside baskets are. This is a team that loves to work the ball inside, whether the entry pass or off of a drive. They like to feed on those high percentage looks.
Denver shooting the ball with incredible accuracy. 68% so far. Now here's Murray. Guarded by Bledsoe. Murray, no good. 13 feet away. Hangs. Parker's shot is off. Smooth sailing for Denver. Beasley with it. Now guarded by Bledsoe. Right block shot. Up again. Here's Fareed. No luck, they battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. The Bucks shooting around 44% in this third quarter. Bledsoe outside. They double team Bledsoe. Parker outside. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. 14 points for Jabari Parker. Murray kicks to Fareed. And Fareed throws it down.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized four who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
Milwaukee's gone downtown a lot since halftime. They've missed 5 of their 9 attempts out there. Time now for an injury report. Let's check in with David Aldridge for an injury update on Chris Middleton. David?
Well, Kevin, I caught up with Milwaukee's head athletic trainer. After taking a look, he informed me that it doesn't look too bad. They're going to hold him out for the rest of the game, and though they don't think he'll be out long, they haven't ruled out the chance that he could miss additional games as well. Kevin?
Appreciate that, D.A. Well, it's never easy for a player to go through what he's experiencing, Greg, right now.
But it is something that happens to almost every player. He's strong enough mentally to get through it. This we know.
And sometimes off the court, you work harder than you do preparing for a regular game. He'll get himself ready to go. Look forward to when he gets back on the court.
John Henson's checked in for Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo comes in for Eric Bledsoe. And then for Denver, Jokic has checked in for Reed. Harris comes in for Malik Beasley. Devin Harris subbed in for Murray. Henson, and it's Denver with the rebound. Harris kicks to Harris. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Harris has got 10 points in the game.
I love the low post attack on that one.
Kilpatrick passes to Antetokounmpo, unloads from 13. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. They get the rebound. Good D by Parker. The Bucks shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. He's got 16.
I like how efficient Parker is. When he gets in that area, he's just smelling points.
On offense, here are the Bucks. Here's Kilpatrick, and it's Parker in the corner. Another miss by Parker. Here's Lyles, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
That's his first personal foul.
First trip to the line for him here.
And so far this season, it's been average at best at the line, only 71% as a shooter.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
That one is off. And the second free throw, good. And here is Antetokounmpo with 1 on the clock. Missed. Nikola Jokic firing on all cylinders for Denver. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. Back to the action after this word. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Denver's shooting has been just outrageous, 64% from the field to this point. Parker out there with Wilson. Then it's Plumlee, and there's Terry, and it's Kilpatrick in at the shooting guard. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Ball's knocked loose. Plumlee with a screen on Harris. Brent, when we look at some of the classic rivalries between teams, they don't look as emotionally charged nowadays, at least just by the first appearance. Is there a way to get that back the way it was?
I don't think so, Kevin, just because everything is too accessible for us. It used to be that the distance between those cities seemed to be the exact mileage that the cities were that far apart. Now you can pick up your phone and you feel like if you're in San Francisco, you might as well be in LA.
Sure.
And so it's really hard to get that dynamic to happen. It's got to happen more organically, which is what we've seen between Golden State and Cleveland appearing in the finals the past couple years. That's really helped the league to see those two teams do battle for the league's greatest prize.
2-2.
The first one falls.
You look up and down this Bucks roster, and you have to do that. Up and down and over and side to side. Just so much length with this team. Giannis is certainly the biggest name with the biggest wingspan, but guys like Thon Maker and Tony Snell defensively, they've got great reach as well.
He makes one of two that time. And Brent, it seems like the Bucks are always adding length to their team.
But when most teams have gone smaller with their lineups, Milwaukee, very curiously, has collected a lot of longer players that they think can go out and do a multitude of things to make their roster a little bit more futuristic.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
At the line for 2.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
The first free throw is good. Well, one reason the Nuggets have the success they do on the offensive end is that this team is loaded with passers.
Yeah, and amazing that their best passer is their center in Jokic. That encourages so many guys, Kevin, to have energy to move without the basketball. Cut, get an opening, and all of a sudden the ball is in your hands. That unselfish play helped this Nugget team be one of the more devastating offensive rosters in the league.
The Bucks shooting 43% from the floor. Outside Wilson. The pass to Kilpatrick. From the arc. No good on the shot. And it's Denver the other way. The drive by Jokic. Wilson grabs the board.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
They get a hand on it. Jokic with the steal. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. And the basket by Harris.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Milwaukee's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Plumlee with the screen. Parker double teamed. Back to Terry. They need this. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. They get it again. Count it. Good. Arthur's got 5 points in the quarter.
Ripping and running. They have a big advantage now in those transition opportunities.
Terry the pass to Wilson. Here's Kilpatrick. It's rebounded by Jefferson. Nuggets have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break.
And barely anyone in the area, and still he whiffs on the bunny.
Here's Kilpatrick. And the Bucks miss again.
Right now he's just out of sync. A lot of shots rimming out, and he's got to try to find something different.
Here's Arthur. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
For Milwaukee, they've gone a dismal 0 for 5 to get the fourth quarter underway. Kilpatrick passes to Wilson. Shoots from 14, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
One of the better shots in his arsenal. Someone has to rotate.
Here's Jefferson, and it's sent back by Plumlee, and they'll keep possession. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, a lot of people taking a deep, deep breath after the news of Jabari Parker tearing his ACL again last season. All that hard work and then not remaining healthy for the entire campaign. He'll be back.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. And for Jabari, the hard part is that it's the same knee he tore as a rookie.
Yeah, that is tough, Kevin, but with the medical staff and with the results that came from Jabari Parker's first injury and how he got himself back into great playing shape and then played with confidence, I have no doubt that Jabari will be back on the floor and doing the kind of things that are expected of him.
And Parker drops them both.
Now, Parker playing for Coach K in college. He's got that pedigree as well as a great attitude.
Here's Hernan Gomez. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got assist number 8 here in this one already. The Bucks have gone just 1 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Terry with it, picked up by Harris. Right wing. Shot clock at 6. It's Terry outside. And the Bucks miss again. For Denver, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Arthur controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And for Milwaukee, they're shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Terry kicks to Plumlee. To the middle, Jokic with the steal. Arthur dishes to Jefferson. The stupendous finish in traffic. Now Terry. Parker right side. Plumlee in the post. Hernan Gomez covering. Here's Kilpatrick. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Look, if they want any shot at winning this game, he has to be better out there.
Terry against Harris. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
Really, that's his specialty right there. Finding that angle and then going hard to the rim.
Zeller passes to Terry. It's Parker outside. In for his 7th make in 13 tries.
Well, he now has 4 3-pointers this game, guys. 2 in each half. He's really spacing out the floor for his teammates.
Pass to Kilpatrick. The feed to Terry. Out to the right wing. Parker with it. Now defended by Jokic. And Tyler Zeller on the bucket on the assist by Parker.
Well, passing is something he does very well, especially when it comes to leading his man to the right spot.
Here's Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
Jokic is a big center, tough to contain close to the basket. That's a nice throwdown.
Here's Terry. He kicks it to Plumlee. Got a piece of it. Jokic with the steal. Goes up. Finishes the break with a slam.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Well, terrific anticipation using the hands. How are you not protecting the basketball in that situation?
Harris on the double team. Terry kicks to Plumlee. Just 4 to shoot. Fires from deep. The putback. Here's Zeller. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. Harris drives in. Good on the shot. Harris has got 6 here in this quarter.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Terry kicks to Plumlee. Back to Terry. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Terry dishes to Parker. Zeller setting the pick for Parker. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. From the baseline. Again, the Nuggets score.
So nice for a coach to look at his center as a capable shooter. Jokic is just that.
Terry with it. Devin Harris covering. And the call up against Jokic. That's foul number 2 for him. Thon Maker's checked in for the Bucks. Tony Snell comes in for Parker. Here's Kilpatrick. And the Bucks miss again.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter. And that's just great work there to get in the shooter's space and then go and corral that backboard.
Here's Zeller. And nothing is falling for him right now. Beasley outside. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession.
Nuggets ball.
So it's Denver now. He got right to the cup using that screen. Fareed's got 12 points in just the second half. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Pick by Zeller. Here's Kilpatrick. The putback. It's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's the Nuggets with the ball. They're on a 20-7 run. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession. Now here's Terry. Pick by Zeller. They set the pick. Back to Terry from outside the arc. And the 3-ball is good.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
And no question, it looks like they've rented out room along the perimeter in this ball game, and they're likely to keep doing this until the defense makes an adjustment.
He dishes it to Maker, right wing. 3-pointers, Snell, and it's Denver with the rebound. Beasley's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Hernan Gomez, rebounded by Maker. Maker's got 3 rebounds now in this one. 3-pointers, Snell, kept alive. Zeller, and there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
And this quarter has been all about him. You feel every shot he's going to take is going in.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Pass to Kilpatrick. Kicks it to Zeller. And the dunk by Zeller.
I do so enjoy watching a bounce pass executed that perfectly.
Denver's shooting has been just great in the fourth quarter, 54%. Here's Craig. Rebounded by Maker. Maker's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Snell from outside. Rebounded by Devin Harris. The Nuggets shooting 61%, showing all the indications of an offense that is locked in. And the shot goes in. And that's now 18 points for Kenneth Faried.
And that's a good offensive game plan. Get the ball to Faried while he's knocking down shots. You can see why he's one of the top options for this team offensively.
Inside. And it's Denver with the rebound. Beasley right side. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Denver.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jokic.
Well, a consistent intensity is what he brought to the floor here. He hit the glass hard, and he came up with a ton of rebounds.
Terry against Harris. From deep, and the basket by Kilpatrick.
Boy, this final period, they are putting up a ton of shots from deep.
Yeah, and making them. Once you get into this kind of rhythm with the 3 ball, it is so difficult for the defense to do anything about it.
And saving their best for last. Tremendous run here to seal the win.
And you could just see everything coming together like a perfect storm, and they just rolled on through.
Releases. Misses the jumper. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
Start it.
They're ahead. We've got 28 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And now that you can tell there's some bad blood here. They're just rubbing it in now by calling a timeout.
Or could be just wanting to execute well down the stretch. Don't want to leave any room for chance.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Nikola Jokic.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
He got an extra boost from the grief these fans were giving him here tonight. They were riding him hard all night, and he ate it up. Some guys just like being the villain, I guess. They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
The shot's good from Fareed.
Yeah, with this lead, that's probably going to do it. Fans heading for the exits.
The team came in fired up from the opening tip.
Oh!
Yikes.
I mean, that's a rugged play.
Goodness gracious.
And even though Fareed is a bigger guy, he possesses tremendous speed that he uses to his advantage there.
And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Here's Kilpatrick. And that's an intentional foul.
At the line for your Bucks, Jason Terry. 2 shots.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. Harris outside. Off the inbound. No good. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you very much with Kenneth Fareed. What was the key tonight?
Just keep attacking, keep playing strong, and, you know, my teammates, they believe in me. Just re-lock in and get focused and play my game.
Great team win tonight, Kenneth. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. So long, everyone.